back to my channel and happy Monday. For those who don't know me, my name is Kristen Martin. I'm the best-selling author of 4 books, a writing coach, a podcaster, and a YouTuber. Why I'm wearing a sweater in the middle of May, I can't tell you. All I can tell you is that I keep it really, really cold in my house always. And all the ladies from the AuthorTube retreat can vouch for that. Today's video will not be a writing advice video because I actually just celebrated my 30th birthday 3 days ago on May 4th. May the 4th be with you. And almost a week has gone by since my new personal development book, Be Your Own #Goals, was released. I had made it a goal a long time ago to release a personal development book before my 30th birthday. So I am so happy that I was able to get this one out there just a few days before I turned 30. This book is available in paperback and ebook on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, The Book Depository, and Books A Million, so go ahead and grab your copy. If you order a signed copy on my website at KristenMartinBooks.com, then you will get some swag like some bookmarks, stickers, and some other really fun stuff. I will leave all the links in the description box below. Today's video is not going to be a writing advice video. Instead, I'm actually going to share the 30 things I learned by the time I turned 30. I can say that now. So let's shake up my green juice because we're in for a long video, so buckle up. The first thing I learned is that mindset is everything. Oh, the troubles this would have saved me had I known this in my 20s. I mean, they call it the turbulent 20s for a reason. The thoughts I was thinking, the things I was telling myself, oh my gosh, all the negativity that I was focusing on, I've now come to realize that what you focus on expands. If you're focusing on the negative and scarcity and lack, then that is only going to multiply and expand in your life. And it's all in your mind. Everything's in your mind. I wish I had known this earlier, but again, I don't regret any part of my journey because I am where I am today and I'm absolutely in love with this current place that I'm in. But if you are in your teenage years or in your 20s and you're really struggling with mindset, or if this is kind of a foreign concept to you, I would highly recommend just starting to open your mind up to books like The Secret, You Are a Badass by Jen Sincero, Adventures for Your Soul by Shannon Kaiser, Light is the New Black by Rebecca Campbell, Big Magic by Elizabeth Gilbert. Just start absorbing and reading the information in these books because it will open up your mind and you'll realize all of the junk and negativity and crap from your childhood that you've still been feeding your mind and your thoughts. Mindset is everything. This is why it's the #1 thing on my list because it's so important. Your mindset controls everything. The second thing I learned is that manifestation is real if you believe it is. This past year, I have done so much work on my own spiritual journey and with my mindset, you know, shifting my mindset, shifting my stories from fear-based stories, focusing more on love-based stories, and I cannot even tell you the things that I have manifested in my life. Actually, I can, but I'm not going to in this video because you have to buy my book to learn the things I've manifested over the past year. There's a whole chapter dedicated to manifestation and essentially the law of attraction. So if this is something that interests you or you want to learn more about it, then I highly recommend picking up Be Your Own #Goals. The third thing I learned, again, tying in with #1 and #2, is that your thoughts create your reality. So the thoughts you're thinking, what you're telling yourself, how you choose to perceive things, the attitude in which you choose to perceive things is going to shape the reality that you are perceiving. So again, your thoughts are so important, your mindset is important, and manifestation and the law of attraction, like all this stuff is real, you guys. I cannot even begin to tell you. The fourth thing I learned is that change is the only constant. Things are just always changing, always. Friendships are changing, relationships are changing, jobs are changing, the weather's changing. Everything is changing, always. It is the only constant, so the sooner you can learn to embrace it and understand what embracing change means, then the easier and the more enjoyable life is going to be for you. The fifth thing I learned is to celebrate the little things, no matter how small. When you really think about it, the fact that we are able to go to sleep and wake up well rested is a miracle in itself, that we're able to open our eyes and be conscious and start our days. That may seem like such a little thing. We take it for granted because we do it every single day. Or getting out of bed to walk to the kitchen, to make yourself a cup of coffee. We take all of these things for granted. So we need to start celebrating the little things, no matter how small they may seem, because that again shifts you into a gratitude mindset. And when you're in a gratitude and abundance and a thankful mindset, of course, that's obviously a positive mindset. So you're gonna be vibing more with the universe and the law of attraction, manifestation, you know, all that positive stuff is going to find you. The sixth thing I've learned is to be fearless in sharing your voice, because there is at least one person out there who needs to hear your message. And if you can just reach that one person, person, then it's worth it. It's worth it to share your voice, share your message, even if you feel like you may embarrass or humiliate yourself, or it's something really terrifying or uncomfortable for you to talk about. If it's going to impact or help at least one person, it's worth it. So be fearless in sharing your voice and your message. The 7th thing I learned is to drink a crap ton of water and then drink some more. We are made up of water. We need water to survive. And sometimes I think we forget that and we don't drink as much as we should, but I can't even tell you the benefits and the effects on just my health, my mind, the clarity of everything that comes when I'm drinking enough water. So drink a lot of water. Number 8 is that you have more time in your days than you might realize. Again, this is all a mindset thing. It's all about how you're perceiving your reality. You have so much more time in your days than you may think. I know some days may feel stressful, or an emergency happens, or something out of your control pops up and it feels like it takes up so much of your day. But if you can stay calm and remember that you are in control of your life and how you're perceiving everything around you, you will make the time necessary to get the things done that you need to get done. Number 9 is that it is okay to disconnect and take a break from the world. I have started doing this every single Sunday. I call them my self-care Sundays, where I put my phone in the bedroom. I don't even put my Apple Watch on, and I leave it in there all day long. I don't go near it because I just need to take a break. I need to take a break from social media, take a break from the world, even take a break from talking to people, as weird as that sounds. Sometimes I just need that time, like a full day, to just reflect and journal and just focus on me, to be a little bit selfish and do the things that I want to do, to kind of hit the reset button to start my weeks off right. And let me tell you, taking a break and disconnecting from the world one day a week is incredible. It has done wonders for my mental, physical, and emotional health. So I've almost thought about making it 2 days a week where I just completely disconnect. But for now, one will do. The 10th thing I learned is that self-love feeds the soul and fuels creativity. It is so hard to live life in general if you do not love yourself. Self-love is so incredibly important, and the more that you can build your self-esteem and become confident in yourself and what you're doing and love the decisions you're making, not needing other people's permission or approval, the more you're going to find that your soul feels fulfilled and energized, and it's going to fuel your passions, your creativity, and your desires. The 11th thing I learned is to schedule time for your passion in your days and stick to it. I've recently made it a goal to spend at least 1 hour per night creating, and I set that in my planner, like in stone. I set it in my Google Calendar. I have reminders and alarms that go off to remind me, okay, it's time to go sit in your office and pursue your passion and write, create content, whatever it is I feel like doing that day. But if you don't schedule time in to pursue your passion, it's never going to happen. Number 12 is to focus on your why, and the universe will take care of the how. It is not up to us to focus on the how. We just need to stay aligned and remember our why. If you can remember your why and kind of let go of the outcome and the control of how things are going to come to you or how things are going to happen, and just stay focused on your why, you will be blown away by what the universe will provide. Number 13 is that negativity and trolls will always exist. Pay them no attention and rise above it. There's really not much more I can say on that. I've made a lot of videos about how to stop doubting yourself and doubting yourself in your writing and how to deal with haters. I feel like a large majority of my podcast, That Smart Hustle, is dedicated to overcoming negativity and trolls and people who are trying to bring you down, and how to stay positive and live for you, because in the end, you're the only one living your life. So as long as you're happy, truly happy with your choices and your decisions, that's all that matters. The 14th thing I learned is that empowering and supporting others will get you where you want to go faster. Try to stay away from that scarcity and lack mindset, thinking there's not enough success for everyone. There's not enough space for more people to come into this industry or to come into my space. When you focus on the lack and scarcity, you're kind of in that competition and that jealousy and envy mindset, and that's all negative, and that's just gonna bring more of that and draw more of that into your circle. Whereas if you're supporting and empowering other people and lifting them up and shouting them out, sharing their work, helping them to spread their message, that is only going to get you where you want to be faster. I've always been a cheerleader for other people, but I think this really kind of hit me when I had all of the lovely ladies over at my house for the AuthorTube retreat earlier in April. We were all sharing our projects and ideas, book ideas, and just supporting and empowering one another and lifting each other up and giving advice. And there was no sense of negativity or jealousy or competition from any of us, and it was absolutely incredible. So supporting and empowering other people is where it's at. Number 15, don't bite the hand that feeds you. There's a lot that I could say about this and very specific examples that I could give, but I will say, if you're going to put negativity, something negative out there, and then reach out to someone who may have been impacted by that negative thing, you're essentially biting the hand that could potentially feed you and help you, support you, empower you, and help you grow. So it's just wise to kind of think before you speak, think before you act, think before you write a really harsh, criticizing, negative book review, because that will come back to bite you in the ass. Don't bite the hand that feeds you can also translate to karma's a bitch. Number 16 is that nature is the best remedy for a bad day. And I don't know if this is because I'm an earth sign, I'm a Taurus. Fellow Taurians, where are you at? I want to know who else is a Taurus or who else believes in astrology, because I am so into that stuff. But I find that being an earth sign, when I am in nature, I just feel at home, at peace. I found it's the best remedy for a bad day. When I can just go outside and sit in the sunshine or stare out at the lake or take a walk in nature, it just really helps to clear my head. And I feel as though all of that negative energy is almost lifted, and then I'm recharged with positive energy. Number 17 is to be welcoming and open-minded, but be cautious who you place your trust in. I tend to be an oversharer, so when I meet people for the first time, I'm someone who will just kind of spill my whole life story, especially if I feel comfortable. And I've just learned over the years to just be a little bit more cautious as to who you decide to trust and kind of give your heart to. I am someone who wears my heart on my sleeve because I just like to be myself. I don't hold grudges. I don't have secrets. My life is an open book, as you guys have seen on this channel and in my podcast. I spill everything. I'm very transparent, and that's just because that's who I am as a person. And again, if it's going to help at least one person, then it's worth it to me to share it. But not everyone is trustworthy and deserves to be so involved in your life story and the situation that is going on. So just be cautious in who you trust. Number 18 is to stay in your lane. Again, I have a whole chapter on comparison called the comparison trap in Be Your Own #goals. When I say stay in your own lane, I'm meaning it as more of an analogy. Meaning, when you're driving a car, you're not, swerving all over the road looking at what other people are doing in their cars. And yeah, you may look in the rearview mirror every once in a while or side to side if you're going to change lanes, but just stay in your own lane. If you stay in your own lane, you won't have the time to compare yourself to other people, and you'll just be able to do what's aligned with you and your truth. Number 19, social media can be an escape or a prison. You choose. This kind of goes into taking a break and disconnecting from the world. For me, I want social media to be fun and uplifting and inspiring. That's what I go to social media for, to connect with people in a positive space. So if you're constantly absorbing negativity, like negative news feeds, or people are talking about all their political views, just focusing more on the bad stuff that's going on in the world instead of the good stuff, you just have to be careful what information you're taking in, and again, what you're feeding your mind, because your thoughts create your reality. Mindset is everything. I feel like all of these points just tie back into my first 3 points. Number 20 is that giving your time and serving others is the path less traveled, and it is severely underrated. If you've ever volunteered your time before, then you already know how great it feels to help people. And again, this is why I am so keen on being consistent with my YouTube channel and the content that I'm putting out there, and making sure that it's something that will help people and help them grow to design their best lives. Never underestimate giving your time and serving others. If it's something you have never done before, I highly recommend going to a soup kitchen this coming Thanksgiving, or being someone's Christmas angel for the Salvation Army's Angel Tree program. Just do a little something for someone else, and you'll see it's like a snowball effect. You'll feel so good after helping and doing something for another person that you'll just want to keep going. And more giving and love and support and nurturing each other is really what we need more of in the world. Number 21 took me a long time to learn, and that is that money is neither good nor bad. It's just a neutral resource. I have a whole chapter on money in Be Your Own #goals. In a nutshell, from a very young age, we are all fed certain money stories, whether it was something that your parents said to you, or a teacher said to you, or your grandparents may have said, or a situation you were in that gave you a certain outlook on money and the way it behaves, whether it's that you should save your money and never spend it, or that in order to make a good living and live a happy life, you have to go to college to get a good degree, or that if you pursue your passion, anything that's creative like writing or art or music, that you will never be successful and never make money. These are all money stories that we've sort of agreed to or subconsciously agreed to without realizing it, and those have then become our truths, and it's what we have lived our lives by. And once you can learn to rewrite those money stories, which again I talk about in Be Your Own #goals, the world is seriously your oyster. And between my manifestation chapter and my money chapter, those two go hand in hand. Again, I just cannot even tell you the things that I've manifested over the past year. And a lot of them have to do with money. Number 22 is that trying to control people, things, or outcomes will only drive you mad. The sooner you learn that you cannot control other people, that you cannot control situations, that you cannot control outcomes, just trust me on this one, the easier your life is going to be. Again, stay in your own lane, focus on you and what you can control, what you can have an impact on, and other people and things and situations are just going to have to unfold naturally and figure themselves out in their own time. Number 23 is that your words can plant gardens or burn whole forests down. This is a quote I found on Pinterest and I absolutely loved it. It could not be more true. Just be cautious with the words you're speaking and again, what you're putting out there into the universe. That one negative thing you said could have a domino effect that just multiplies and brings more negativity into your life. So plant gardens with your words, don't burn the forest down. Number 24 is another quote that I absolutely love, and that is to be fearless in the pursuit of what sets your soul on fire. Again, just be fearless. Be fearless in your passion. Stop caring what other people think. Go for it, go all in, because today is the only day we are guaranteed, so you may as well get started now. Number 25 is to hold space for good things to find you. And this has a lot to do with decluttering your mind, your surroundings, just kind of cleansing everything, cleansing the energy. You have to hold space for good things to find you. If you are so cluttered with negativity and old ideas, how can you expect any new ideas to come to you? Number 26 is a quote by Lori Grenier, which is that the dream is free, but the hustle is sold separately. So you can dream as much as you want and have all of these visions for your life, but without action and the hustle, it's not going to happen. So just know you can dream as much as you want, but until you take inspired action and start hustling to get where you want to be, the dream will just remain a dream. Number 27 is to be a forever student and never stop learning. I really think the soul dies when we stop learning. So you should strive to be a forever student. You should always be wanting to better yourself, to better your business, to improve your life, to continue to grow and learn and evolve and up level. Otherwise, what's the point? Number 28 is that you are your best self when you get enough sleep. And I know my optimal sleep time, which is 7 hours and 28 minutes. And I know this because I used to have a Fitbit that actually would track my sleep. And I did a sleep study on myself for about a month, and I would chart and write down how many hours I slept the next morning after looking at my Fitbit. I would chart that in a journal, and then I would write down how I was feeling. And I found that anytime I was between 7 hours and 7 hours and 28 minutes, I was just ready to go. I was on point. I had the most productive days. And so I know for me, my optimal sleep time where I'm feeling good and I'm happy and again, just ready to take on the world is right around 7 hours and 28 minutes. Do not discredit how important sleep is. Number 29 is that you do not have to have it all figured out right now. And honestly, why would you want to have it all figured out? There's no fun in that. It's all about the journey, not the destination. And finally, number 30 is for God's sake, take care of yourself. Take care of your body, take care of your mind, take care of yourself. Put yourself first. Prioritize yourself, because if you are not your best self, then you cannot give everything to other people, to your passions. So just take care of yourself. So that is it. Those are the 30 things I learned by the time I turned 30 years old. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to give it a thumbs up to support my channel. You can also support me via my Jubilant link, which is listed in the description box below. All of my Amazon best-selling books, The Alpha Drive, The Order of Omega, Restitution, and Shadow Crown, as well as Be Your Own #goals, are available for purchase on Amazon and Barnes & Noble, as well as the Book Depository and Books A Million. You can also order signed copies of all of my books. For more information on how to get your hands on autographed copies, please check out the links in the description box below. At the end of April, I revealed all of my stops for my domestic book tour for the US and Canada this year, so make sure to check out my website, KristenMartinBooks.com, to see what the venues are and also to get your tickets, because there are a limited number of tickets for each stop. If you are a fan of audiobooks, make sure to check out my affiliate link with Audible in the description box below. You can get a free audiobook download and a free 30-day trial for their service. There is a freebie up on my website at KristenMartinBooks.com called Write Your Book in 3 Months, and that guide is a great precursor to the types of things we go over in my self-study coaching program for writers called VALIANCE. To get that free download and learn more, make sure to check out the links in the description box below. And up on my other website, thatsmarthustle.com, is another freebie called 5 action steps you can take right now to start showing up for your dreams. And if you benefit from that guide, then you will absolutely love my mini webinar series called Hustle Smarter, Not Harder. To learn more, read testimonials, and sign up, go to thatsmarthustle.com and click on the webinars tab on the menu bar. And if you just can't get enough of the girl boss vibes, make sure to check out my podcast, That Smart Hustle, available on iTunes and SoundCloud. You can find the links in the description box below. If you want to keep up with me and see what I've got going on in my days, make sure you're following me on social media like Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat. If you have any questions or think of a topic for one of my next videos, please leave it in the comments down below. Again, I'd like to thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button on your way out. I post new writing advice videos on Mondays and personal day in the life vlogs on Thursdays. I will see you guys next time. Bye!